responsible behavior of his campaign. Boris Epshteyn is a Trump supporter, frequently visits us on the program. What do you make of the comments of the mayor of San Jose yesterday?
I think they're horrible. And they're instigating more protests, right? Which is one thing we want to prevent and protect from. There's absolutely no reason for these folks to turn violent against Trump supporters. Now, if it were the other way around, the mainstream media would be up in flames about how terrible Donald Trump is. The mayor of San Jose, though, is saying Trump is terrible for the protesters turning violent.
The Mexican flag. Now, to me, this brings... I don't think I'm reaching too far here. That brings up to me the issue of sovereignty. Those people don't believe that California should be California. They think it should be part of Mexico.
And we saw the same thing happen in New Mexico, right? You saw the Mexican flags during those violent protests. So there's one thing that's stringing all these violent protests together. It's the Mexican flag. Well, listen, if you like the Mexican flag so much, as the protesters do, if you love Mexico so much, enjoy Mexico. Go back. Leave us to our country. I'm an immigrant, right? We're from Russia. We came here when I was 11. You don't see me running around with a Russian flag. No, it's not like a convert, right? I love this country. America is the best country in the world. We should be flying the American flag everywhere, not the Mexican flag.
I think this is what we saw there last night in San Jose. I think that's excellent news for Donald Trump. Yes. In a perverse and horrible sort of way, that makes people support Trump. That's my opinion.
Of course.
And you're not going to disagree.
I'm not.
You're a Trump supporter
people
already.
Are angry, right? And this is only making them angrier. That folks who don't have allegiance to our country, to America, are causing harm to America and Americans.
Okay, now, I don't know what Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders' response has been yet. I believe, can we look this up? I believe Hillary has condemned the violence.
John Podesta, the campaign manager, actually tweeted out. We haven't heard directly from Hillary Clinton or Bernie Sanders, but John Podesta did say violence is unacceptable.
So it was Podesta, it wasn't Hillary herself.
In a tweet.
In a tweet.
Hillary is probably having a couple of meetings. They're going to have a couple of conference calls, and then maybe she'll respond 5 days from now. So that's the way the Clinton campaign runs itself. If it were Donald Trump on the other side, Donald Trump responds right away.
What do you think Donald Trump is going to do at future rallies when this is going to take place? I mean, the mayor of San Jose says, don't come here. We don't want you. You shouldn't be here in the first place.
Don't we have a First Amendment in this country? In America, you have the First Amendment. You're allowed to free speech. And the only way to combat things like this, these folks are anti-free speech. The only way to combat it is to keep going, keep having rallies, keep talking to the people. Because you know what? Again, we're seeing these images of the protesters, but this was a huge rally. A lot of Trump supporters are there, and it would be unfair to cut them off from access to Donald Trump just because of these few bad eggs.
So he's not going to be run out of town. He's going to keep
you
going.
better believe not. That's not Donald Trump.
I just can't imagine that he would be run out of town by this kind of thing.
And listen, it's been going on for months. We're continuing to have big rallies. As far as Trump goes, he's continuing to bring people out, and people are excited about him. Now, these folks who are angry, let them be angry. But again, they should be angry under the American flag, not the Mexican flag.
Yeah, it's just astonishing. Less than 24 hours ago, Hillary Clinton made what she called a big speech on foreign policy.
Oh, yes.
In the intervening 18 hours, we've had a terrible report on the economy, political violence in California last night, and the waving of the Mexican flag.
Right.
Her speech has been completely forgotten. No impact, period.
You know what she's like? When you have a soccer team or a football team or a hockey team and the coach gets tuned out by the players, she's tuned out by the American people. She's given these speeches for years. She's been around for 40 years. So every time she speaks, oh, it's Hillary talking again. No one cares anymore. It doesn't make a blip.
Boris Epshteyn, American. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
All right, check that big board. Now we're down 105 points. This is really all about the